Well, I'm sure I'm not the only person saying it, but 2025 seems to have been really the year that RC Rally came into its own. I looked at this thing not too long ago, and I really quite liked it. We actually have quite a few different size rally cars here, all the way up to the 1/7 scale that we looked at about, I think 6 months ago now. This guy wasn't particularly fast with the stock electronics, but it was an absolute hoot. I very much enjoyed driving it, and I have a new power system from Rocket that they sent me to have a look at that, so we will get to that. Between MJX and a few other brands, we've got all the scales covered. Typically 1/16, 1/14, the 1/10, the 1/8, and the big boy. So we've got the 1/10 scale now. This is from MJX as well, and it comes in both of these versions. There's the VW Polo and also the Citroen C3. So today we're going to have a look at the Citroen because that's the one that Banggood has sent me. It's actually quite an attractive thing. There's the box. So let's get to that. I can't wait. So you get a car and a box in the box. If this is anything like the others, we'll get a few sets of tyres, or at least a set. Yep, there we go. What else we got here? Decent looking manual. Ooh, 2S, 3S and 4S charger, branded Angry Snail. 15 watt, 5 volt, 3 amp. I like that. So 2S, 3S, 4S charger. It's got a switch, but you can really leave it on 4 as long as you plug it in the right order. That's quite a decent little thing. So USB-C on the back, 15 watt. Yeah, little balance charger. The only downside of these little integrated jiggers is that they don't come with a storage charge. I'd love to see them have a button that just let you storage the battery after use. There's a tiny little manual for that. USB cable. That is that. Now we also have some springs. I don't know if they're softer or harder. Let's have a look. We'll get to that. We'll work it out in a minute. Tires, knobbly tires. We'll get to them. Some basic tools. A trio of Allen keys, a wheel wrench, and a Phillips. We've got some plastics, some blocks of varying lengths. Here, I'll show you. These blocks are to adjust the toe on your car at the black. I'll show you that too. I should really look at the car if we're doing a car review. Quick look at the manual. This loses people, but I just want to know what's going on here. Ooh, 80 amp ESC, censored ESC. Hello, censored motor too, hopefully. We've got a light switch as well. A little bit of instruction for the gyro. Oh, I guess we'll look at this when we look at the car. Everything's telling me to look at the car. You guys probably are too. The body's held on with a pin in the back. That's not ideal. Then exploited parts for the rest. No slipper and no middle diff. This thing's straight drive from the motor with very little forgiveness, and the diffs themselves are in each end. So, as always, this is going to be a slippy, slidey car. I guess the wheels are the slipper on this kind of car. It's a decent little motor as well. 3200 kV censored brushless motor. Fantastic. Now, my experience with MJX has been that they're actually quite well made. Parts are generally quite available. What did I just see then? And the side skirts aren't held in. Do you know what? We can work this out by looking at the car. Pretty basic radio. You've got endpoint and dual rate for throttle and steering, and throttle reverse and steering reverse, and a switch for the lights and on and off. This is a cheap radio, but the wheel feels okay. Ooh, it's a very I don't like this trigger. It's very wide plastic, and because it's also kind of narrow, I don't have, like, I've got fairly slender fingers for my size, but you know, I'm a bigger guy. But even so, that's uncomfortable. That needs to be bigger, and it needs to have a rounded profile, not a squared profile. That's not a comfortable trigger. This is one of the less comfortable radios I've got, actually. But otherwise, it's quite compact. It'll be comfortable enough for kids and grown-ups to use. It's got a good weight to it and a good center of gravity with the batteries down low. Radio's fine. Don't know what the range is like. Probably not terribly great, but we just met each other, so I don't know. Firm rubber on those tires. They're vented wheels. They're standard 7mm hex, and these would be the knobblies, so I'm guessing we've got smooth ones there. Let's get to the car. It came with the charger. Did it come with a battery? That's nice. Look, it's heavy, but not crazy heavy. I don't mind that. Now, I saw in the manual, there is, and I wondered about this too, that's a shame. It would have been nice to see some side pans come out for these to slot into, not a huge deal. I see a body pin underneath that's, well, it's facing the ground, and I question the wisdom of that. One might say, well, okay, Craig, but you've got the diffuser in the rear that's going to protect it, but maybe better that that wasn't there, but anyway, it's there. There's nothing in the front that I can see. Does it slide forward or up? Up, there we go, easy. Hey, all right. So magnets hold the back. You'll note there's a full light kit here, and you can see some 3 pre-sprung pins there. That's fantastic. The hook at the front goes into the front tower. So that is actually pretty good. Now, no interior, nice clear windows though. So if you do end up grabbing an interior, one of the many from the various brands we've looked at recently, get a polycarbonate interior for that. You could sit that there and, you know, jury rig it in so that you're sorted. Nice reflections on the mirrors as well. This is a gorgeous body. It's got a bit of mass to it. Lovely big rally style rear wing. Plastics in various places, and I appreciate not having to peel all the stuff off and get the stickers on. It's a ready to run, so let's make it ready to run. I like that approach. There are the contacts there for the light kit. Gee, she's not light though. This is a heavy little car. It says 775 LU for the base. It could be. 775 is favoured. It doesn't stamp well, but it mills well, and it's lightweight and fairly strong. It's got good rigidity, good lightness. Doesn't have great bend resistance though. It's got 775 screen printed on the shock towers as well, and they're lovely adjustable towers too, like plenty of space for your shocks to go in and out on the front and the rear. That's a lot of adjustability, I like that. 775 is not perhaps the most appropriate material for shock towers. There are harder alloys that you can use that would be possibly better, but certainly it's cheap and easy enough to work with. And look, for the price of this thing, whatever it is, it's not bad. It's not bad at all that it's all metal. Now you can hear this, right? Which tells you it's a full metal drivetrain. Thick fluid on the rear. And the front. Yeah, that's not bad. But no slipper, no middle diff, quite okay. There's a plastic cover. Now you could actually paint this black if you wanted to. It's still got the cover on it, so you could paint the inside. It is actually Lexan. Lexan paint will do it if you don't want to see all this stuff through the windows. Just another option. But yeah, this is nice. And there's a massive, it's a 2S 5 amp brick. Now that says 35C. I haven't got any like this. I quite like that. It's quite a tall, long thing. What I have done is I didn't know it came with a battery. I've gone and charged a 2.2 amp 3S. The car is going to perform a lot better on that. So we've got a lovely big battery tray. We've got beautiful anodized, all aluminium suspension. These springs are incredibly stiff. These are going to be softer springs. These springs are so stiff, I betcha they're probably close to ideal as it is. There's a receiver on top here and the little gyro. I'm not going to touch the gyro. I probably shouldn't even be touching the suspension. Let's just see how the thing runs out of the box. Oh yeah, no, that's good. Given that it's small, smaller structures tend to be quite dense, and they're going to be okay. I see a servo saver on the steering. I've got dog bones for the center shaft. We've got dog bone inners, front and rear, on the axles, and CVDs front and rear on the outside. There's a bit of a toe in on the rear, which is going to make it a bit more twitchy. There's a bit of a toe in on the front, which you do not want to see. That I'd be inclined to correct, to be honest. Toe in on the front, neutral, yeah. Out will make it a bit more twitchy and responsive feeling. straight, it's good for speed running, but having it towed in, that's a no-no. We do not want that at all. The rear is good as it is though, and camber, which is this, it's actually got a positive camber on the rear. They're actually both out somewhat. Thankfully it's adjustable with this turnbuckle. I don't want that. The camber's good on the front, they're kind of in, but on the rear they're out, and I don't understand why you would do that. So we're just going to make a few little adjustments, and if you get a car like this, one thing you can do is just drive it first and see what you think, because we want to shorten this upper link. That's going to bring it in. You don't want to make changes all at once, generally speaking. I'm just applying some experience here. Really a spanner would be better than pliers, but that's better. Gee, it didn't take much. Now they're in. In fact, I might back that one off a shade. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now the front, you definitely want that to be longer. They should not be towed in. You're going to end up with you'll end up with a car that just won't go straight. And that, nobody wants that. So we need to shorten that. I'm just going to make a small change. I think that's, I'll just do one rotation and we'll see what we think. There's a plastic smell that reminds me of my childhood, some other toy, new toy. There's a bit of play, but that's all right. We're going to shorten this side, perhaps. We'll try and keep them even. It's got a bit of movement to it, doesn't it? Is that right? What's going on here? There's a pin inside on the underneath here, and these little shields come out to protect that pin. It's actually, it's not floating though. The block itself is floating, but this plastic, right now it's empty, and when it comes down now it's filled. That is a strange thing. There is, oh look at that, that's an extremely stiff, sway bar too. Sway bar joins both sides of suspension. So this is about as aggressive as it gets though. If you can do that with these really stiff springs, that's like a, oh, look at the size of it. No wonder. You should see the size of this sway bar. I've never seen such a thing. That's the most aggressive sway bar in the world. That is almost certainly too thick, I would say. There's been a mistake at the factory, surely. How much testing does MJX do? I don't know, but that gauge of metal on the sway bars, it's insane. Yeah, okay, so they're 3mm sway bars. All the same, that is bizarre, absolutely bizarre. That's a bit better. So it's at least neutral, so it'll go in a straight line happily. Turning will be a little bit slower, but these cars are usually fairly twitchy anyway. Now, if you don't want this car to sit up so high and you want to bring it down, I'm not going to do this yet because it's a rally car, so it wants to be up. But there's a screw inside. It's an anti-droop screw, it's called, and it's on most cars. You see those little bits there that come out? Underneath that, well actually just behind it really, it's nearly not touching it, there's a screw there. That'll be a little grub screw, and that is adjusted through here. 1.5mm, there he is. So what you can do is you can screw this in and that will lower the car like that. And so you can force it, despite what the springs are doing, you can force it down. I'm leaving it all stock. I'd like to see the car run as it is first. The reason I changed the steering though was if you've got toe in on your steering, it's going to make for an unpredictable car that will not go in a straight line no matter how much truing or trimming or gyros or whatever you do. It would just be a handful. And it would slow down the steering too. There is a lot of movement, but that's probably fairly normal for this kind of car. Now remember, this is a cheap car. Like it's not cheap, but it's a relatively cheap car for what you get. So they're packing in so much electronics and so much metal. I can't believe these sway bars. I love that it's a censored brushless system. That's very cool indeed. It's an 80 amp ESC. I'm very impressed that it's censored. So far, aside from the weird setup with the front being towed in, which is bizarre, yeah, it's actually pretty good out of the box. Fan's not protected on the motor, but that's okay because these things generally do a pretty good job being over the top. The only thing I'm really concerned about is the body mount coming through the bottom there, because I don't think this pin's going to last more than one run. But there are magnets. They're just going to be standard magnets, but might be all right. It's an XT60 power plug, solid little A-arms, and I think that's all we need to see. Oh, and if you were wondering about adjusting the toe, that's what these little blocks are for. They go inside there, and the fatter they are, the more it's going to push the wheels in or neutral. So that's how you get your toe. The same will be true on the inside here. I can't see it, but it'll be at the front in there somewhere. And the thicker it is, the more it's going to tow it out. So keep the default as it is for now. That's probably quite okay. And you can adjust the camber with the top. Caster is set, but that's normal for this kind of car. Oh, now this is an angry snail. Do you know what? Let's plug this thing in, because there's an app as well from memory. We're going to have a look and see what we can see. While I do this up, I'll thank Banggood for sending this to me for a review. As always, it comes with the caveat that I can say whatever I like. I do not do advertising copy. We're looking at this kind of from a journalistic perspective. I'll always tell you if it's anything different, but I didn't pay for this car. I'll also let you know that this video is brought to you by my channel members, and here they are on screen. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. Right, that's fairly neutral, good enough. Okay, now let's get this radio on. Good, good. Power button. 1, 2, 3. 3S. We're going to refresh. This is the Angry Snail app, and there it is. Contactable, connected, go. ESC voltage is 12.4. Cutoff voltage I'm going to drop to medium. 3 volts. Throttle rate punch goes all the way up to 8. I'll put him on 8. Max brake force is at 100%. Max reverse force is at 50. That'll be to preserve the ESC, so we'll leave that. Neutral range depends on the quality of the radio. DC voltage 7.4. Well, how about that? That's all right. Motor rotation can be changed, and LiPo cells are automatic. And it goes up to 4S on this from memory. Yeah, it does. Good. Let's go back and we will see what we can see. It's a bit of a slow servo. You can see the gyro's working. It'll counter steer to try and stop a skid. And this is 3S. And you've got output on the app, which stays connected even while you're driving. Now, we are using the wrong tyres. I'm just going to stick the knobblies on here. I'm just changing the wheels. This is a full metal drivetrain. They're even metal hex pins, which is pretty cool. And if you're wondering, they're 12mm hex pins, and the tyres are 69 for the knobblies and 68mm for the road, which also will give some of you an idea of where else you might be able to use these, because they're actually pretty decent little wheels, quite thick plastic. Right, I'll fit some off-road wheels and we'll get driving. Don't be fooled. You see how I pulled that straight off? Don't be fooled into grabbing this wheel and finding that it doesn't press on, so you've got to kind of screw it in. This one made a fall out of me, hang on. Nope, both the other side weren't like this. They both wouldn't go on, and I kind of had to screw it down, but that's a mistake. You want to line it up and just press it down until that click where you get it over the hex. Because if you do this up and it's kind of jamming into the hex nut, the wheel just won't last very long. So just be aware of that. You want to align the hex nut with the inside of the wheel. And if you don't know what I mean by that, there's a hex shape in there. And that hexagonal nut, or hex nut, This is how smaller wheels are attached on RC cars. There's a bearing, a couple of bearings, there's a bearing carrier there. There's a pin that goes through this axle, and this thing sits on top of that. And it's got a grub screw then clamping it onto this axle. So that is going to stay nice and firm. Then when you get this on, you align that hex shape with that hex nut. Now I got it right that time. Let's say I didn't get it right, like that. And then you just rotate it until, there you go, then she's in. So you want to make sure that that's in, and then you do it up nice and snug. And these nuts have like little bumps under them, serrated nuts, and they are meant, oh no, these are smooth by the feel of it. The serrated ones are better because they bite a little bit into the plastic of the wheel, and they don't undo on their own as easily as smooth ones can do. Right, so we've got a car that's fully completed. Let's stick this body on. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll pin the top comment that has a link on where to buy this. There we go. Oh, that's a lovely firm magnet. That's really good, because this pin is going to fail. I guarantee it. It's going to fail if you drive this on anything but sealed road. So you want the magnets to be strong, and because these lights are magnetic as well, because these lights are spring bound and not plugged in, once this thing fails, your lights are going to be intermittent. It's a design shortcoming of this car. Otherwise, it's a stunning car. I really like it. Let's just see what it weighs real quick, because I'd like to know. This is with a 2200 milliamp hour battery, which weighs roughly the same as the 5 amp 2S that it comes with. So we can get doesn't have to last very long, it's just got to sit there. There we go. 5.2 pounds, 2.35 kilograms. So there you go. Flashing, off, on, flashing. There's an indicator up in the top there. Yeah, it's quite attractive, isn't it? And in the rear, we have lights are on. Driving, 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 brake lights, and little reverse lights too. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Oh yeah, 3S is nice, eh? Oh, that's fantastic. Now this isn't really its intended environment, not really. But let's have a look at what it's like on cut grass. Oh, those tyres hook up nicely, don't they? I like this. It's got a big old turning circle. Those sway bars are too stiff, I think. No, that's hard to see. Let's bring it over. It's got the feel of a 60k an hour car. Probably not ridiculously faster than that, but that'll be about right. What's that? Probably about 40 mile an hour. It's 60k. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, well, I can't even see the car. It sounds like we're upside down. Lovely. Oh, we found a rock. Oh, this is fabulous. This is fabulous. All right, we need some slow motion. I'm having too much fun now. Oh yes. Oh, these tyres hook up beautifully. That's fabulous. It is so good. You can see those side skirts rattling away though. Not ideal. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, this is fantastic. $3,200 kV motor is perfect for this on 3S. Perfect. It's so good. And we had a jam. The tires jammed. The steering jammed. We would have had a stone. Gravity assist. Oh, oh, that was fabulous. Yes. Oh, I could have saved that and I failed. Stay out of there, Craig. Oh, found the hole. No, we're good. Power. Nah. We've had something jam the steering again. Tell me that wasn't magnificent. Gee, I hope that was recording. No, that was a proper crash. Oh. Not designed for that, that's for sure. It's taking it though. Wow. Yes, yes, this is so good. Oh, this is so good. And there's low voltage. Wow. All right, let's have a look at you. Oh, look at that, body pin's absolutely undamaged. Fantastic. Oh dear. So there's inside there, and all the iron in my yard has collected on the magnets. So that's something to be aware of. This has not worked very well at all. Wow. It's flashing red to show low voltage. Everything's absolutely cooking. Oh shoot, look at that. Do you know how lucky I am that that hasn't caught on fire? Look at this. Oh my. That's very nearly a fire. Get it out, get it out. This actually still could be a fire. Oof. Look how lucky I got there. So this gauge was not big enough. This was a charging cable. I shouldn't have used that. Let that be a lesson to all of us, including me. This was, I don't know, 14 gauge. This is probably 12. So we pulled a lot of amps into that car just now, and this melted, and I got very close to burning this car down. Very close indeed. Look at that. Well, that tells you one thing, this thing goes hard, doesn't it? Adapters are okay. I prefer a short adapter, and in fact I'll show you what I use, okay? Hang on. Okay, now adapters are fine, but everything has its use, right? You see the length of this and this smaller gauge wire? This is fine for charging, but no good for use, especially when it's high discharge, right? The battery's quite hot because it got used. It even melted into the battery edge. I got very lucky I didn't burn this car. This is an XJ60 and a Dean's, and their butts are soldered to each other. I tinned both sides and then soldered them together in a big goop. You're going to use an adapter, absolutely fine, but use one like this. I made this myself, but you can buy them as well. Just don't use ones that are long like this. Let this be a lesson. I should have not been so blasé. I've been using lipos for 15, 20 years. I should know better. How about this car, eh? All right, let's have a chat about it. I'd actually usually end the video here. We just had the drive and I'd give you the debrief, but I like this car so much, I'm now going to drive it on 2S with an appropriately gauged battery wire. I've had to pull off all the iron particles I could. I've vacuumed as well, but it doesn't come out. I'll need a toothbrush and who knows what. The car cleaned up okay. These fans got a little bit jammed up, but you know, they're okay. This car is great, and it turns out I might just actually really like 110 Rally, because the other car that I remember liking so very much was Rolalo's first go at the 110 scale. Now it's got 74mm wheels, and on bumpy surface that made a difference. And of course their new one as well. The other one that I really enjoyed, believe it or not, was actually the tiny little MJX. That is a fabulous little car, but it doesn't do so well on my property here, which is just grass basically. The bigger boys, absolutely. This guy, not so sure about. The 1/7 MJX, absolutely fun. But I think having now played with, I mean look, this is just my opinion, right? But I've got a lot of cars, I'm doing a channel, so that's why there are a lot of cars here. The 1/12 also from Rolalo is very good, but I think 110 is where it's at. And I think, I reckon MJX have got the balance exactly right here. It's a nice, simple machine. I love that the gyro is adjustable. I love that it's a censored motor. It's an appropriately sized motor for this car as well, 3200 kV. Adjustable springs, nice and straight. Right, let's try it on 2S. Okay, next, we're only on 2S, but we'll have a quick look. If I'm right, we should have something like, there's a GPS on the back. I didn't bother with the app one this time. Let's just see what it can do off-road. It felt like about 60 to me, K on 3S, so we should see about 40k an hour on it now. I've got another 3S battery I'm going to drive with after this. I'm having too much fun. Right, this isn't scientific, it's just off-road, it's not on-road. See if we can hit 40. I reckon we got there. It would have been about right. Coming on back. Full speed. Let's have a look here. 38 kilometers an hour, so there you go. So I reckon my estimate of 60k an hour on 3S is probably about right. That's what it felt like. Right, I'll pop this off. We're just gonna have some fun. I'm actually just driving this for the joy of it now. This is such a good car. It's so fun. Now, 2S, I can be a little bit more mean to it. Okay, it's not a short course truck rate, come on. Oh. Something's gone wrong. I bet you the front's popped out. That was a bit of a bang. Yeah, it has. All right, so when this happens, I'm gonna give that servo a break. What we need to do is pop the back off quick as we can. There we go, now it can pop out. Whew. I'm not gonna bother painting this, so we'll get rid of that so we can see what's going on in there. Now it's summer here, if you're wondering why things look a bit hot and dusty. There we go, and line up the back. It's a bit ambitious, this rear pin. Mind you, it's hanging in there just, it's starting to come out now. I give it another 2 batteries tops and it's going to be out of there. Gosh, this is fun to drive. Let's have a quick bang on the track, eh? I haven't done that yet. Now this is using the 5 amp 2S battery it came with. 5 amp 2S. Haven't touched the gyro, it's still running in the default location. My track is in no condition for a little car like this. I've just been so busy preparing my membership, I just have not had a minute. Yeah, it looks good though, doesn't it? Oh no, lost it. It's over. I'm on the wheels, but I'm not driving out of that. I wouldn't think. Now, some people have said stuff about these tall wheel arches. Looking at it, I'll just tell you, they look like that in real life. It's a rally car. It needs all that clearance for rallying. I am driving one-handed as well. It's the worse than already ordinary driving. This is fun, but I actually think it's more fun hooning around the yard where I was. If I have one complaint, it's that the steering is quite slow. It takes a while to get a response out of it. You know, 1/10 of a second, but it's just noticeably slower than is common. Not a big deal. I've had enough. This is more fun on the yard. Turning circles not very big, and you see the side skirts banging away there because they're not being held by anything. On the flip side, it lets a lot of stuff out that would get stuck in. Gosh, it looks good though. This is too fun. This is going to be a long video, but I'm going to keep a lot of this driving in, because if you're into this car and you want to know what it's like, this is hopefully going to give you an idea. Gosh, it's good. It's so good. That felt good going around the bump then. The nice thing about 2S is that I'm actually on the throttle. I'm on full throttle most of the time. And I think the car is probably actually quite happy. Oh, it's good. I've got something stuck in the steering, I think. Throw me a like if you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Watch out for the shed, my membership. It's I'm still working on it. It's nearly ready. I'm working my tail off. Thanks Banggood for sending me this car. I love it. And if you'd like to get your own, gosh, that was good, wasn't it? Find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. And I will catch you next time on RC-TNT. Oh, it's good. You're right. The dust looks good pluming off it, doesn't it? Excuse the sound being different. We're using the camera's mic here. I just wanted to show you what this thing looks like after a run in the dirt. It's had 2 full packs run through it now. There's the body. It's got rub marks, but the main pain here is that all the metallic particles in my cruddy dirt here are sticking to it. These tires are just fantastic. They are so good. This cover doesn't really work on this kind of stuff. Oh well. Fans were still running when I turned it off though, so there's that. Alright guys, we're done here. This looks like a bit of a pain, right? All the little tiny wheels and, you know, my kind of property here, it's not really good for little tiny wheels like this, I wouldn't have thought. But I tell you what, 110 scale, this kind of car, oh, beautiful, just beautiful. Now this stuff, yeah, look, it's annoying, it gets in the way, but even so, gosh, it was fun. Next thing I've got to do is work out how to bulldoze a nice track. We need to get an RC mower with a snowplow so we can bulldoze a bit of a rally track down in my scrubland there. I've got 5 acres that goes, well, we're on 7, but 5 acres of native scrub down there. Yeah, that's the thing to do. Right, I'll get to that. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.